Hi guys, Colleen here, and today's video is going to be about our female hormones, her hormones, okay, conducting your hormonic symphony, one drop a day at a time. So before we get started, obligatory disclaimer. Statements made in this presentation concerning Young Living essential oils have not been evaluated by the FDA. This presentation of Young Living essential oils is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Anyone suffering from disease or injury should consult with a physician. If you're currently on medication, do not stop it abruptly. So I've been doing a lot of research on the endocrine system, which is our female hormones. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called endocrine. I had no idea. Okay, it's made up of these 4 glands primarily and 2 hormones that I'll be talking about in this video for the most part of this video. So the first 4, I'm just going to talk a little bit about each one. And you can do a Google search on this. So hypothalamus, pituitary gland, thyroid, and adrenals. I think a lot of us are very familiar with a lot of these, but I'm just going to read off what they are because I had no idea. I'm 35 and I go through the cycle every month and I still have no idea. So hopefully this simplifies things for a lot of us. Hypothalamus is a region in the forebrain below the thalamus that coordinates both the autonomic nervous system, so the nerves, and the activity of the pituitary controlling body temperature, thirst, hunger, and other homeostatic systems, and involved in sleep and emotional activity. So emotional activity, that's a big one. So there is a gland or a nerve that is right here on the top of the sinus cavity. When you smell stuff, anything, when you smell an essential oil, that information will go up the sinus in that gland and it will go directly into our brain. Directly, that nerve actually leads to the hypothalamus, which controls, which is connected to our emotions. And then the hypothalamus directs that information to our organs. So when we experience some kind of trauma, for example, like in Louise Hay's book, and in Taming the Dragon is where I'm getting a lot of this information from. It says that the emotions that we have, such as fear, anger, sadness, lack of joy, they have a specific frequency, and that frequency will resonate with a certain organ in our body. So when you have kidney issues, you might be scared and worried about a lot of things. So by releasing that emotion of fear and worry, you're helping your kidneys because you got issues in your tissues. Anger and rage is stored in the liver, gallbladder. So if you have a lot of anger and rage, just notice, when you get your doctor's appointment, and notice if something comes up with your liver. Inner crying is in lungs or kidney. Sadness is in the pancreas. Lack of joy in the heart. Unforgiveness in the liver. Revenge in the kidney stones. Stress in the stomach, and it also may affect the immune system. So on another angle, by using essential oil scents and affecting our emotions directly through our nose, we could also help these emotions, turn them around, process them, transmute, change them into positive emotions, because it's a direct connection through the sense of smell. Our sense of smell is directly connected to our emotions, which is amazing. Okay, the pituitary gland. So, it's a pea-sized gland located in the center of the skull. I mean, that is so tiny. It's just a small little pea-sized gland. It's an important link between the nervous and endocrine system and releases many hormones which affect sexual growth, sexual development, metabolism, and human reproduction. And then thyroid is simply an endocrine gland in the neck consisting of two lobes connected by an isthmus. It looks like a butterfly, and influences the metabolic rate and protein synthesis of the body. Okay. And then the adrenals are small glands located in the top of the kidney. They're not even in the brain. The adrenal glands are located at the top of the kidney, and they produce hormones that you can't live without, including sex hormones and cortisol. Cortisol helps you respond to stress and has many other important functions. So I'm going to go into this book and read a few things. So it says here, dragons, right here, right, this book. It says a damaged pituitary gland can cause the need to sleep a lot, as well as other problems. It's often called the master glands. Produces several hormones that have a direct effect on the body, including human growth hormones. So it says it can be sometimes difficult when faced with hormonal symptoms to discern whether the problem is with the direct producer of the hormone or with the pituitary, which controls other glands. This is often seen in difficult cases of infertility. So people who have damaged pituitary or not as healthy pituitary glands may have trouble with fertility, hormonal imbalances, and chronic fatigue. Some symptoms of pituitary damage include high blood pressure, gigantism, dwarfism, difficult pregnancies, lactation problems, low sex hormones, low thyroid function, low metabolism. So sometimes, they can't figure out, is it the thyroid or is it the pituitary gland? Yeah. So what you do to help your pituitary gland is to have, to check, of course, to check with your doctor if you have any issues. And also to take it says here, it helps to put a drop of frankincense and a drop of lavender oil on the roof of the mouth 4 to 5 times a day. Let's keep going. Now, thyroid, all right? The thyroid secretes the hormone thyroxine. Hypothyroid malfunction is either underactive or overactive, and the most common condition is an underactive thyroid called hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is also one cause of chronic fatigue syndrome. So when the thyroid is underactive, it can cause such profound fatigue that the sufferer doesn't want to go to bed or do anything because they just don't have any energy. Okay. So to support your thyroid, or some symptoms of hypothyroidism is fatigue, weakness, weight gain, coarse or dry hair, falling hair, hair loss, pale skin, dry pale skin, can't tolerate cold, muscle cramps, frequent muscle aches, constipation, depression, irritability, memory loss, abnormal menstrual cycles, decreased libido, hormonal imbalance. So it's good to get it checked. And one of the ways to help your thyroid issue or to support a healthy thyroid is to use Endoflex oil, which is endocrine, right? Endoflex. And this actually comes in a big bottle, like the 15 ml, and also the 5 ml bottle. And with the white, it means that you can take it internally. So what I do is I take these empty vegetable capsules and I put it in there and I take it. And a good time to take it, according to Chinese medicine wheel, so it says here between 9 and 11 p.m. is when your body processes and takes care of its endocrine system. So I would take it like somewhere here so that by the time 9 to 11 p.m. rolls around, then it takes what you took into your body and processes it, right? So this is the times that your body processes each organ in your system, this Chinese medicine wheel. All right, I am not a Chinese medicine doctor, but that's really cool. All right, and then now we're gonna look at the thyroid. So to support the thyroid, you also can rub Endoflex, lemongrass, and myrtle on the throat. So not lemon myrtle, but myrtle. There's two different ones. So you want Endoflex, myrtle, and lemongrass on the throat. Lemongrass is a hot oil. So if your skin is too sensitive and you develop a rash, you can dilute it more with some fractionated coconut oil. Or if that doesn't help, just omit it and just use myrtle and Endoflex right over that area. Okay, if you take, now it says it's a lemongrass is a vitality, it's in that white label, but it's a very hot oil and you don't want to take it directly into the mouth. Okay, you may want to put it in like a capsule. And hypothyroid goiter is caused by not getting or absorbing enough iodine. So the thyroid swelling in response as it carries out its duties. If you've been diagnosed with a goiter, the simple test to see whether you need more iodine is to get some liquid iodine and paint a 2-inch square patch on your abdomen. Check it in 20 minutes. If it's absorbed into the skin and not left a stain, that is an indication that you need more iodine in your system. Repaint the area with iodine every day and check to see if there is a stain. If not, repaint with iodine the next day. And then when your body has all the iodine it needs, the painted iodine will not be absorbed, but will instead stain the skin yellow or orange. And generally by then, the goiter has disappeared. I mean, that sounds really cool. All right. Another thing is, in addition to simply not getting enough iodine in the diet, an iodine insufficiency can result from environmental factors, the most common being chemical pollutants added to our daily regimen, like fluoride and chlorine from water supplies. Fluoride in toothpaste compete with iodine for the reception sites in the thyroid gland. Okay, so this book, if you want to order this book, you can get it much cheaper through me because I order it on the site. It's like maybe $12 or a little bit less than $15. But if you order it online, it's like so expensive, like $20, $25. Yeah, so omit the fluoride in your toothpaste. Get like a different kind of toothpaste. And also bleach. Bleach is chlorine, and when bleach is in our body, our clothes, it gets into our body, into our hormones, and then compete with the iodine receptors. So just, you know, maybe you could use oxy, whatever, that other one with the box, the powder that makes your, it's not bleach, but it's chlorine free. It's chlorine free. Okay. Young Living also has Thieves toothpaste that has the Thieves essential oil blend plus other things. It has lemon to brighten your teeth, and everything else to help, you know, and then you ingest it, it helps your gut. So it's amazing toothpaste. We get that every month, as well as the mouthwash, and then the kids get the kids toothpaste. So the next one is the adrenals. Now I love this part because I learned something with adrenals. The adrenals, it says a dragon may sometimes be dragon and sometimes on a rampage, which is stress. So it says adrenals are very busy. They produce a lot of hormones that play a large role in regulating body systems. They produce adrenaline. It's what gives the body, more properly known as epinephrine. Adrenaline is what gives the body energy to get up and go. It's called fight or flight. So this is the adrenals. They produce cortisol, and cortisol helps us deal with stress. The problem with cortisol is that when there's too much of it in the system, then it starts taking out of stuff like that we don't want. Like it takes protein out of bones. It depletes our stuff that we need. You know, it can lead to osteoporosis, it says in this book. So, examples that could cause elevated levels of cortisol. So important to know what can cause you to stress out beyond, you know, personal relationships, physical or emotional trauma, job-related stuff. Excess heat or cold. If your body is too cold or too hot and you're not comfortable, that's going to create stress, like subconscious stress, right? So you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be too hot or too cold. Alcohol. If I drink the wrong wine, I can tell you I can feel that stress hormone right away. If it's even like 1 or 2 ounces, I can feel it. So alcohol can actually cause your body to produce cortisol. Coffee can do that to you. So eliminate depression, anxiety, malnutrition. If you don't have proper nutrition, your body will produce stress. It's just like we're babies. We're just like bigger babies. Personal relationships, physical, emotional trauma, surgery, job-related problems, diseases. All right. So it says the condition of essentially being always on alert will wear a person out before their time, which effect is further exacerbated by the concomitant inhibitions of the digestive tract and the immune system. Whoa! All right, adrenals require plentiful supply of minerals and B vitamins. So Young Living, I didn't know this, but I actually take and love Mineral Essence, and I buy that every month. Mineral Essence, I thought it was something else. I didn't realize it helps me with lowering my cortisol, but I thought it was helping me with my emotional eating, helping me to connect my gut to emotion so that I know when I'm really hungry and when I'm really not. So it says here, the adrenals need a lot of minerals and vitamin B6, and especially during stressful conditions. Yeah, so you can really support, when you're under a lot of stress, take some minerals and vitamin B6, support your adrenals. And it says here, nutmeg and clove essential oils have corticosteroid activity. They're vital as supplements because they support the adrenal glands and help them to heal. So what I would do is I would take nutmeg. Personally, what I do personally is I take nutmeg, right, and clove, which is in my bag, but I'll take like each one and put it in this capsule, and it will help. It will help support the adrenals. Now, clove is too hot to take by mouth. Put it in a capsule, or you can massage it into your adrenal vital flex points. So if you have if you see your feet here, in the middle of the soft area of your feet, you can Google this, adrenal vita, like vitamin, vita flex points, and then just massage it in that area with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil. Okay, that will help you with your adrenals. So vitamin B6 and minerals will help you during times of stress Nutmeg and clove will support your adrenal glands. I'm going to show you and teach you what I do to support my cycle. So we're going to look at the cycle here. This is a graph I got online. You have to 28 days. So day 1 starts here to 28 days. That's the average. It's sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. And another way to look at your cycle is to look at it in terms of the season. So when you look at the first phase of the cycle, the first 7 days, and primarily the menstrual phase, you look at the hormones here, okay? They are in, this is the winter season where everything's sort of like, you gotta rest, right? This is your rest phase. This is where you plan things and, you know, just relax and rest. And then in the spring is when your hormones start to increase, primarily estrogen. So on the left side of ovulation, between days 1 through 14, is when you're primarily estrogenic. Your estrogen levels goes up. Estrogen is what makes us feminine. So it gives us that extra layer of fat, gives us softness, makes us more feminine. That's what estrogen does. So it makes you more bubbly, flirty, magnetic, attractive, and then bam, ovulation. That's when you can have a baby. All right? So, so that's the winter, spring chickens. Then summer is when we get things done, right? We start doing a lot of things. We start going to the beach. Progesterone increases while estrogen dips a little bit. Progesterone starts to increase. Now, during pregnancy, what happens with progesterone is that it actually keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And then after pregnancy, progesterone levels decline, and that's why a lot of women experience that postpartum blues, right? So you want to support yourself. So progesterone will go up, and this is the planning hormone. This is what gets things done, okay? That's what progesterone does. So that's summer, and then fall comes and things start to slow down again. And then that decline right before winter is also known as dragon time, right? That's like when you're in a dangerous neighborhood that nobody wants to walk in. Dragon time. So what I do for each phase of the cycle, now as a menopausal woman, you still have estrogen and progesterone, you just produce a lot less of it. So you want to actually support yourself. So what I do is, for the menstrual phase, I support my estrogen by taking sclerescence. You can take this internally. It's a vitality oil. You can put it in a capsule and take it internally. So that supports your estrogen levels, or your estrogen. And then I like to take this one smells really good, okay? Whereas sclerescence does not. Lady Sclereol, I like to take between days 1 through 14. Best time to take Lady Sclereol. So sclerescence during menstrual phase, Lady Sclereol 1 through 14. And then Progestins Plus all throughout. You know, if our progesterone levels help us during pregnancy, and progesterone is primarily a female hormone. We are primarily, have a lot of progesterone. That's what makes us female. Then it's good to take this every day, even. But if you're on your 21 or on that cycle where you're on your peak of progesterone, you can actually take this on the other side or whenever as needed. All right. So the guy who helped create Progestins Plus, his name is Dan Purser. And what you can do is look him up on He has his own website, but you can also look him up on YouTube, and he has some amazing videos on YouTube. It's this guy. So Dan Purser, Progestins Plus. Just type in Dan Purser, and he's so knowledgeable about so many more things than I could tell you in this one presentation. So he's also a doctor, guys. All right, girls. So that's what I take. And then right in the fall, right before winter, I love to take Dragon Time. So you have sclerescence, lady sclereol, progestins for everything, and Dragon Time for that dragon week. Okay, so some of the issues that we have today are the modern problems we have are xenoestrogens. These things are not at all human estrogen. They are fake, and they will trick our body and confuse our body. You get xenoestrogens from plastics and fragrance. So when it comes to plastics, number 3, number 7 will leach plastics, xenoestrogens into your blood, into your body. What will happen is they will block the real hormones from binding to your cells. They will bind to your cells, and then it's hard for your cells to get rid of them. It tricks your body, and then you start having a bunch of issues because of that. So you want to avoid plastics. Drinking water in glass instead of plastic is good. Anything with that rubber ducky feel, that soft rubber ducky plastic with that smell of plastic. Don't microwave anything in saran wrap or styrofoam. That's really bad. And the other thing is fragrance. Fragrance is everywhere, and what fragrance does is that it masks a lot of company proprietary information. So there'll be like, maybe you might just see 5 ingredients on a label, and then one says fragrance. Well, that one word will hide hundreds of chemicals and ingredients that you don't see. So anything with fragrance you want to avoid, because companies are allowed to hide proprietary secrets behind the word fragrance. Fragrance is everywhere, most commonly in laundry. And so when you smell your clothes and they come out of the laundry smelling amazing because of your laundry soap, what that is, it's the plasticizers that have binded to your laundry, to your clothes. Now your clothes are on your skin all day, and then as those binders separate from your clothes and they get into your skin, they're so tiny that they will get into your skin, into your bloodstream. Unlike food that goes from your mouth down to your stomach acids and get broken down further and then into your liver, broken down by your liver, fragrance and these plastic binders will actually skip all that process and go straight into your skin, into your tissues, into your bloodstream. So it's really hard for the body to get rid of that. You have dirty cells if you're using conventional, like, laundry detergent that has that fragrance, right? Even if it says natural fragrance, they will take a natural scent and then they will combine it with a binder. So it still has a binder, which will eventually get into your skin, attach to your cells as fake hormones, and then confuse your body. Okay? So our goal is to stay clean hormonally. And how do you do that? You start getting rid of toxins in your home that we normally don't see as toxins. Like dyes. There's all kinds of dyes everywhere. You don't want dyes in your body. They're not natural. Lipstick, makeup. Makeup has a lot of toxins. Lipstick companies, when you put on lipstick, they make your lips plump, right? So that when you put it on and oh, my lips are awesome. But you didn't know that they put estrogen, and that's what makes us nice and soft and feminine, you know, get that fat layer, right? So estrogen in lipstick, as long as it reaches underneath a certain percentage, companies don't have to tell you that it's in the lipstick. They don't have to tell you that it's there, but it's there, and it's not a real human estrogen. It's fake. So makeup, anything that says fragrance, plastics, so many ways that fake hormones, xenoestrogens, can get into our system. Okay, so some of the things that I recommend if you want to get rid of toxins out of your home and stay clean hormonally is to start with the simplest stuff. Like, you know, you can use the Thieves Concentrate Cleaner and take 2 capfuls of Thieves and just stick it in your laundry. It will clean your laundry. It won't have that fragrance, but you can take care of that in the drier side with wool balls and purification essential oil, you know, or lavender or something like that to give that smell to your laundry, to your clothes. That way you can start cleaning yourself. You can use a lot of the concentrate is for everything. So if you have cleaners, for example, like dish soap, like I've used the Young Living dish soap, but I also make my own to save. So the Young Living one goes for my kids, but I'll take like 7th generation dish soap and I'll add a bunch of Thieves Concentrate to it. So there's a website called ewg.org. ewg.org. It's a database that has it rates a lot of products that we use at home in terms of their toxicity level, and it'll give you a lot of education on the toxins that you may have in your home. So just an easy way is like maybe you want to just start with the Thieves starter kit, you know, or even the Savvy Minerals makeup starter kit to get rid of the toxic makeups, you know, if you're having a reaction to your makeup now. That's what I use. So I just use Savvy Minerals. I use the lipstick. I use the eyeshadow, the foundation, the blush. That's what I like to use. And it's very easy and it's high quality. So it's lasted me a long time. All right. All right. Now let's get into some fun stuff. So I'm going to go into this book again and read some troubleshooting. It's nice, okay? I like learning about this. So the reason why I got into this is I have all these oils, I don't know how to use them, and then I have friends that are asking me, and I'm like, okay, well, I only know how to use some, but now, now I know how to use everything. All right, so facial hair. Somebody has asked me about facial hair, because some of us really do have trouble with this. This is caused by either too much testosterone or too little progesterone. So what do we do with that? We take Progestins Plus, right? And also too much testosterone. If the adrenal is not successfully converting androsterone to the female hormones. Okay, so it's not successfully converting it. Use Progestins Plus and support adrenal daily with Omega-Gize, trace minerals, which is mineral essence, and Super B, nutmeg, clove, or Endoflex. You can do a colon cleanse and liver cleanse so that the liver will be able to help rid the body of excess hormones. So it's really like a liver thing. You want to make sure your liver is clean. Low sex drive. Add 1 to 3 drops of Mister oil around day 15, so right after ovulation, by mouth or around your ankles. Actually, it's going to be around your ankles because it's not a vitality oil. So sometimes just smelling it will help. Mister boosts the male hormone, testosterone, but women also need just a little bit of testosterone every month. And that supports a healthy sex drive. support the pituitary gland and thyroid, and use more progestins. Plus, Clariderm assists with low sex drive when sprayed directly into the vagina. Lower your stress by using such oils as Tranquil, Valor, Peace, and Calming, and supporting the adrenal glands. So adrenal glands so that they don't produce as much cortisol, right? Excess sex drive. It says cleanse your liver to make sure you don't have excess hormones floating in the system that the liver isn't removing. Increase estrogen during your period, and especially during day 10. Increased estrogen has been said to lower sex drive in some females, while others claim that increases sex drives. Every woman is different, so you gotta experiment. Between day 11 and day 17, a woman should naturally have an increased sex drive. Day 11 to 17. Baby blues. A week before baby is due, it says, use a lot of clary sage or its blends around the ankles and take several drops a day by mouth. And then while in labor, increases clary sage or its blends to several drops an hour. As soon as the baby is born, put some progestins plus on your neck. Yeah. It says it is safe to use during breastfeeding and will not harm the baby, even if it is a boy. Low milk supply for lactating mothers. Support the pituitary gland with omega essential fatty acids. Right? So that's just really fun. If anybody else has any questions, if you want to become a member, go ahead and use my link. And as you look at the product guide, you're going to notice the difference between retail and wholesale customers. So to pay the wholesale, hold on a second, guys. And if you look at the product guide, you're going to see two different prices, one for retail and one for member. And when you become a member, you pay the wholesale price. To become a member, you got to buy a kit. Now, there's several different kits out there. The best kit for your money will give you 11 oils, a diffuser, and some samples. It's $160 plus tax and shipping. That is the best kit. It'll give you, and there's a link that explains what's in the kit and how to enroll as well. So check out my link. And then as far as a monthly program, becoming a member doesn't mean that you have to buy anything every month. Becoming a member means you get the wholesale price. So if you want to support your health and try these products, beyond the kit, if you want to get like all of the oils that were mentioned in this presentation next month, your kit can be the first month of your monthly order, and then the following month. And what that does is that it helps you get the first promo item this month, and you get 10 points back. So the rewards program, that's the monthly program. If you sign up for it on your first month, you get 10 points back. You get the first promo item that's free. So for myself, I've gotten like nutmeg for free, and I've got geranium for free. This month I got myrrh and sacred frankincense for free, and I also get 20 points back because on the 4th month of your membership, you start getting 20 points back as long as you keep ordering. If you order 100 points or more every month, then you get the promotional product. So that's like, the best deal. Anyway, if you have any more questions. Oh, and also when you sign up and you get a kit, you are eligible. You get the premium starter kit. I recommend the Desert Mist premium starter kit. Then you are eligible for referral credit. So if your friends and you sign up, and then your friends sign up in the first month, they also get the Desert Mist premium starter kit, or the Sapri Minerals makeup kit, or the Thieves kit, whatever it is. You get a $50 check the following month for each friend that signs up. Anytime you buy over 100 points worth of product, and your friends sign up and you refer, you can get free product that easily. All you have to do is just share it and just tell your friends. You know, they might want it too. And if they want it and they want to become members, then you get $50. Okay, so it's also like the opposite. Like if you get a friend to sign up and you haven't got, you know, bought this much, then you might want to reach that level so that the following month you're qualified for that referral credit. All right, so if any questions, please feel free to contact me, and thank you guys for watching this video.